Chapter 5. I want to buy antiques. After purchasing daily necessities like firewood, rice, oil, salt, soy sauce, vinegar, tea, 2 sets of glass kitchen seasoning jars and oil dispensers, some snacks, household items, outdoor supplies, a few exquisite wooden boxes, some tissues, pepper spray for self-defense, and a Thai-made mosquito-repellent candle in a glass bottle, Lin Wan Wan hurried back to the apartment she had rented a few days ago. The apartment was 25 square meters, with 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and 1 bathroom. It didn't have a kitchen, but for her, it was already an excellent place to settle down. Lin Wan Wan first packed her toiletries into a travel bag. Then, she unwrapped all the packaging, transferred the oil, salt, and seasonings into the glass jars, and squeezed her toothpaste into a newly purchased, exquisite ceramic container. As for her facial cleanser, which she didn't want to expose, she took out a brand new Hachi honey cleansing soap from the drawer and placed it in another ceramic container. Finally, she packed all these small toiletries into her pure white canvas bag and wrapped the larger items in a newly bought tablecloth. After preparing everything, Lin Wan Wan sat on the sofa, opened a shopping website, and placed a few orders for traditional Chinese clothing. Then she browsed a baby products store and bought some items for toddlers. She also visited a farming supplies website and ordered some crop seeds. After completing all these tasks, Lin Wan Wan quickly went to the bathroom to take a shower. While drying her hair, she also washed and dried the ancient-style outfit she had worn earlier. An hour later, Lin Wan Wan glanced at her phone, placed it on the small tea table, picked up her canvas bag, and held the jade bracelet on her left wrist. She silently chanted the word wooden door in her heart. A cold sensation swept over her, and when Lin Wan Wan opened her eyes, a green glowing wooden door appeared out of thin air in front of the tea table. This confirmed that the time-space door was indeed connected to the jade bracelet on her wrist. She hid the canvas bag under the mattress, glanced at the little one sleeping soundly, picked up a cloth bag filled with pepper, and placed a string of coins in it. Then, she opened the door and went downstairs. She found Lin Mengli and asked him to find someone to look after the little one. Afterward, she boarded the ox cart provided by the inn and specifically requested Lin Mengli to accompany her. Lin Wan Wan said confidently, "Brother Mengli, take me to the largest market in town and choose the most honest and fair shop for me." Lin Mengli, sitting at the front of the cart, smiled and replied, "All right, Sister Wan, hold on tight." Wanghai Town wasn't very big, and its market was even smaller. However, the treasure shop Lin Mengli chose was not small. It had an outer 3-layer and inner 5-layer structure. The top 3 floors were VIP reception rooms, while the bottom 2 floors were open to the public. Before arriving at the treasure shop, Lin Wan Wan stopped by a fabric store and bought a veiled hat, an essential accessory for noblewomen of the Tang dynasty when going out. Along the way, she had attracted a lot of attention, which was a bit too conspicuous. After putting on the veiled hat, it was much better. Upon reaching the treasure shop, Lin Wan Wan asked Lin Mengli to wait for her in the parking lot outside the building while she carried her cloth bag and entered the shop. The main hall of the treasure shop was quite spacious, but compared to modern department stores, it was far inferior. Having seen grander scenes in the modern era, Lin Wan Wan was naturally unimpressed by the luxurious counters made of precious wood. Her calm demeanor even startled the young maid in a green dress who came to greet her. Without asking what Lin Wan Wan wanted to buy, the maid directly led her upstairs. "Please, honored guest, the VIP rooms are upstairs. Our treasure shop's imported premium goods are all on the upper floors. They will surely satisfy you." Lin Wan Wan, her voice muffled by the veil, replied indifferently, "Oh, that's good. I like celadon. Take me to see the premium celadon items." The maid in green was slightly disappointed upon hearing this. Although premium celadon was good, its profit margin was not as high as women's jewelry and accessories. Judging by Lin Wan Wan's elegant demeanor, the maid had assumed she was here to buy clothing or accessories. After leading Lin Wan Wan to a VIP room on the third floor and serving her a cup of Tang Dynasty-style oil tea, Lin Wan Wan politely declined. She had no interest in this tea, which was made with oil, salt, and spices. The maid in green clapped her hands lightly, and 6 other maids entered gracefully, each holding a tray. They lined up in front of Lin Wan Wan, displaying the premium Celadon items. The maid in green introduced each item one by one and concluded, "Honored guest, these are all products from the famous kilns of Yuezhou, made in the same batch as those offered to the imperial court." Lin Wan Wan nodded casually and stepped forward to examine each item closely. Before coming here, she had already researched online in 2022 and learned that among the ceramics of the early Tang dynasty, Yuezhou Celadon was the best. The most famous and exquisite among them was the secret color porcelain, which was fired during the late Tang dynasty and later became exclusive to the royal family during the 5 dynasties period. However, the current year was the 3rd year of the Zhengguan era, and the technique for secret color porcelain had not yet been developed. What a pity! If it were secret color porcelain, it would be even more valuable. According to her research, Tang Dynasty Celadon still had a relatively large surviving quantity, so it wasn't as valuable as she had initially thought, where each piece would be worth millions. Among Celadon items, bowls and plates were less valuable compared to vases and tea sets. Naturally, Lin Wan Wan aimed to buy the most valuable items in the modern era. The most expensive Yuezhou Celadon piece ever auctioned was sold for 3.105 million yuan, but that was secret color porcelain, not ordinary Celadon. To gather enough funds to buy her grandparents' villa, which cost 5.6 million yuan, she needed to buy several items and rely on quantity to make up the difference. After examining the items, Lin Wan Wan returned to her seat and said calmly, "What are the prices of these 4 ewers and this pair of slender-necked vases with entwined peony patterns?" The maid in green was delighted upon hearing this. Was she planning to buy them all? She immediately replied, "Honored guest, among these 4 ewers, one is priced at 3 strings and 600 coins, while the others are 2 strings and 300 coins each. The pair of slender-necked vases with entwined peony patterns is priced at 6 strings and 800 coins in total." Lin Wan Wan silently recalled the Tang Dynasty price data she had researched online, although she hadn't found information on ceramics. She had learned that high-grade silk fabric, such as purple satin used for official uniforms of 3rd-rank officials and above, cost about 2,600 coins per bolt. By comparison, these Celadon items were not cheap in the Tang dynasty. However, she didn't mind since she was trading them for pepper, black pepper that cost only 26 yuan per kilogram, no matter how she traded it. She wouldn't feel the pinch. Thinking of this, Lin Wan Wan leisurely took out an exquisite wooden box from her cloth bag. She understood the principle of clothes make the man and gold adorns the Buddha. Although the black pepper cost only 26 yuan per kilogram, the wooden box had cost her over 200 yuan. The wooden box was a product of modern machinery. While its carvings lacked the soul of handcrafted work, it had excellent lacquer and a unique design, a masterpiece of wisdom spanning 1,000 years. As soon as she took it out, the maid in green, who had seen countless treasures, was stunned. Lin Wan Wan gestured for her to take a closer look. The maid in green immediately stepped forward, opened the wooden box, and found it filled with plump black peppercorns. Heavens! How much black gold was this? The maid in green gasped, holding the wooden box and moving to the sunniest spot by the window to examine it closely. End of chapter.